It's 2:14 a.m. You've just finished a 14-hour shift, and the world feels like it's made of static. Your palms are tacky, sticking to a lukewarm steering wheel that smells faintly of old coffee and recycled air. Outside, the highway is a graveyard. A sea of red brake lights stretches into the horizon, motionless, permanent, and suffocating. The high-pitched whine of an overworked alternator is the only thing keeping you awake, that and the phantom vibration of a phone in your pocket that isn't actually ringing. You're desperate. Your bones ache with a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix. You just want to be home. That's when it happens. The GPS emits a soft, almost sympathetic chime. A blue bubble appears on the screen. Fastest route available. Save 3 minutes. It suggests a detour through an unnamed back road, a thin gray line cutting away from the congestion. You don't think. You just tap accept. You need those 3 minutes more than anything. As you take the off-ramp, the ambient roar of the highway traffic, the hum of thousands of other tired souls suddenly vanishes. The silence that rushes in to fill the void is heavy. It feels physical, pressing against your eardrums as your tires cross the threshold from the lit pavement into the dark. The asphalt is gone now. It's been replaced by the wet, rhythmic crunch of dead leaves beneath your tires. The woods out here are too dense. The branches interlock over the road like a giant wooden ribcage, blocking out whatever moonlight might have guided you. The GPS voice is still there, but it sounds sharper. It tells you to turn left where there is no road, and then gives a command that makes your blood turn to slush. In 400 feet, do not look at the figure in the rearview mirror. You fight the reflex to look. Continue straight, the voice says, flat and cold. You look at the digital clock. The numbers are flickering into characters that aren't part of any language you know. The ETA has settled on a static 03. It hasn't changed in 10 miles. You try to tell yourself it's just a glitch, a mapping error in a dead zone. But the smell of ozone and wet copper is starting to fill the cabin, despite your windows being rolled up tight. You decide to turn around. You pull the wheel hard. But as your headlights sweep across the path behind you, they reveal nothing but an impenetrable wall of gray mist. The road you just drove on is simply gone. You press the accelerator. The speedometer climbs 70, 80, 90 miles per hour. The engine is screaming, a mechanical howl that vibrates through your teeth. But when you look out the side window, the trees are moving at a crawl. It's as if the air itself has turned into thick, viscous syrup, holding the car back from a destination it's being forced toward. The GPS screen begins to bleed. The pixelated blue light isn't just on the display anymore. It's dripping down the dashboard like liquid, pooling in the cracks and illuminating your own hands. They look translucent, like you're becoming part of the digital glow. The instructions have lost all pretense of navigation now. The voice doesn't tell you to turn. It says, exhale now. It says, forget your mother's name. It says, the destination requires your silence. You reach for the brake, but the pedal is soft. It feels like stepping into a sponge. The car is accelerating on its own now, pulled forward by an invisible thread. For 12 seconds, the sound of the engine vanishes completely. You are moving at 100 miles per hour in a total, terrifying vacuum. The only thing you can hear is the frantic, wet thumping of your own heart. It sounds like someone knocking on a door from the inside of your chest. The screen flashes a surgical white, and for a split second, the interior turns a deep, bruising purple. And the woods finally break. The road ends at a massive rusted iron gate covered in vines that look uncomfortably like veins. The car rolls to a stop, the engine clicking as it cools in the sudden, freezing air. The GPS voice speaks one last time, but it's no longer synthetic. It's a harmonic chorus, 1,000 voices speaking in unison. You recognize every single one of them, your grandfather, your first grade teacher. The friend you haven't spoken to in 10 years, they all say the same thing, welcome home. And then they say your full name, the name your mother called you when you were a child. You look in the rearview mirror, forgetting the warning. You don't see a monster. You see your own car, still stuck in that highway traffic jam miles away. You see yourself behind the wheel, head slumped against the window, eyes closed, looking more peaceful than you've felt in years. The seat you are sitting in right now is empty. The steering wheel under your grip feels different. It's cold. It has the porous, weathered texture of ancient bone. The iron gates begin to creak open with a sound like a long-forgotten scream. A faint, wet whispering sound drifts from the darkness beyond. The GPS screen displays 2 words in a font that looks like it's vibrating. Arrived forever. Think about this story every time I drive at night now. I think about how easy it is to trust the little blue line. We've become so tired, haven't we? So exhausted by the sea of red brake lights and the 14-hour shifts that will take any shortcut offered by a machine that sounds like it cares. But you have to understand something. Some shortcuts aren't paths at all. They are the world's way of pruning those who are too drained to pay attention. They are traps set for the weary. I want you to do something for me, right now. Look at your phone, check your map, check your ETA. If it says you'll be home in 3 minutes and you haven't even turned the key yet, don't. Stay in the light. Stay with the red brake lights. They're slow and they're frustrating, but at least they're real. The shortest path is always a straight line to the end, and you aren't ready for the end yet. Stay on the grid. Stay on the map. Because once the GPS starts whispering your name, there is no U-turn. There is only the arrival. The final 15 seconds are yours to listen. Listen to the rhythm of your turn signal. Click, click, click. Does it sound like a heartbeat to you? Or does it sound like a countdown?